Okay, so this video is not going to be too much on carving, but I blocked this out with my chainsaw. I used the belt sander. So this is going to be a raven head. These beams, like this one that you see there, that were old fence posts or something, are pressure treated. I don't suggest using this with your Dremel. I wore my dust mask. These weren't exactly equal square sides, so it was kind of tricky to try and make it square, but that's okay. So what I'm going to do now, like these are just going to be, they don't need to be crazy detailed, right? I'm going to paint it all black, and then I'm going to burn it, and then I'm going to scuff it up. Okay, spray paint. Burn, baby, burn! Burn, baby, burn! We don't care if the roof's on fire! I can still shove it in more that way. The roof will come to right about there on top of its head. So it'll be like that. Carry on, carry on. So I carved them, burnt them, painted them, then sanded them to make them look really old. So since I did roofing most of my life, well, a lot of years of my life, the roof always needs to be darker than the house. So this is the house, that's the roof. So the roof's going to be another day, because I still got to, these aren't even screwed on yet because they got to come off, because I still got to pull out my die grinder and clean up all inside here. I got to clean up this whole green man. That's going to take me at least, and all these leaves, oh boy, that's going to take me about an hour or two. And these cedar wood things I glued in, they look pretty good. I think the glue should be dry. It doesn't look too dry there, but that's okay. No more crack. Well, you'll see a little bit, but who cares? Okay, so it's a little bit windy here right now. The leaves come all the way down there. I don't know if you see. So I've listened to all you guys. So this is going to be rocks down here, and the rocks are going to go underneath the leaves. Things have changed. I'm not too sure if I'm going to make this a light. Put the old light in here anymore. I think I'm going to put a board, like a round stick around here, so it's like a wishing well thing. Carve a pot to hang there, and flowers can go in the pot too. All on the outside down here is going to be rocks. I'm going to do bigger ones here. I'm going to try and make them a little bit smaller when they go up. And on the inside, I was going to carve a wood spirit. Sorry, Spike, but I'm going to carve thin rocks in here too. I want to try and get this roof on today. Just the decking anyways. Because the shingles, I'm going to split them myself. I know how to do it. I've been a cedar roofer for lots of years of my life. So, but before this roof gets on, I want to carve these rocks in. So I got to carve rocks in this side and this side. Okay, does that make sense? So the leaves are on top of the rocks. Comprende? Comprende. And you're gonna have to smoothen these off because you're not allowed sharp things in the contest or whatever it is. You guys can even see that. And it's windy here, so I'll let you go. I'm gonna start carving these rocks on the inside. Once I got these rocks carved on the inside, then I can start working on the roof. Okay, so I quickly carved in the rocks using my little my little Echo Saw, so now I got my die grinder with this Kutzall bit here to shape the rocks quickly. Nothing fancy. Okay, so I just want to take a minute about how I carve my rocks in for, like, even same thing applies to a Dremel. So let me clear this shit out of the way here. Okay, so the office suite's clean now. So when you draw your rocks on, you're gonna go like this. I just don't do round ones, okay? So when you, let's see here. Let's give you a bit bigger. So when you carve, even this applies to Dremel too, when you carve this out, you carve like whatever depth you want, true to the line, okay? But then you're gonna get some points like this. When I carve this out right here, and I carve here, and I carve here and here, that rock doesn't look like a normal shape. Okay, so what I do, once I got my lines carved, then I take this away and I round it off. So let's see here, let me give you a better example. So here's just one round rock, another rock. So when you go like this, if you draw it in like that, when you carve here, you're going to get a weird point in here. Just carve that away and then make it round. So let's take, if that helps any of you, so like this point here, well, like this point would be, anyways, carry on, whatever. I'm feeling rushed now for this because it's got to be done in 10 days. But so you see, I'll try and show you a rock, because I didn't really look at it after I did it. This took me about half an hour to carve. Then I got my die grinder, then I got my flap sander. Let's see here. I don't think I really see any that don't really look like rocks, but that's what you can, that's, you know, this one you might want to round that off a bit, but no big deal, right? So you just, they're natural. See? Right here. Here's a perfect example. Where is it? This right here. See how it kind of does that? That's not bad, but if I noticed it when I was carving, I'd carve this away and then burn all in there black, so it's that weird point doesn't come off there. But do you get my point? Okay, now I got to do the other side. Hey, does anybody want to buy our original Jordy Johnson carving fusion drawing? I'll ship it worldwide, say $6 million. I'll just cut this right out of the table, and look, it could even be a rock flower. Look, there's a center there, and you got rocks on the outside. Rock flowers. Got the turbo torch I got on that one at the auction. Love this torch. Look how hot it burns. It burns super hot. Turbo torch. Okay, all the rocks are done. I burnt, the roof is going to be overhanging here, so you're not going to see this too much, but you're going to see it. You'll see it. So I just burnt in here. This whole piece is going to get 3 coats of Kutzall on it. I hope I have time. That's why I got to hurry up and get this done, because I got to let the Kutzall dry so it's acceptable for the thing, for the contest thing. I don't know if it's a contest or whatever it is. Okay. I still got to clean up these flowers more, so it's going to be rocks here. I'm going to carve this on after the roof's on. Now I can do put the roof on. Sorry everybody, I know it's not the best. You can't see too well on this, but it is what it is. This thing's been lots of work, but I haven't been going crazy. I've just been kind of taking my time, puttering along. Now, roof time, okay? So, what I got for the roof is these, this is Douglas fir, wet Douglas fir, 1 inch, and I got a whole stack of them down there. This is a great piece of cedar. I might even make it so light, bone dry. I might even see if I can pull some cedar shakes out of this piece. Yeah, splitting and what's that called? The cedar tool thing, but I don't have that. It's got wedges. Anyways, I got to pull these out, get the eagle heads, put them in position, or raven heads, I mean, or whatever kind of heads you want them to be. These were a bitch to carve because the way I had to carve them on that angle there, up and down. But they look all right. Now I got to screw these in. Solid, I'm telling you, solid. The raven heads have been fastened. The raven heads have been fastened. Okay, got the roof on. Got the roof on. The roof deck anyways. So, you know, I kind of looking at it here, and you can see up and under here. I think I'll probably have to get some mesh, and so no critters can live in here when it's on, if that makes sense. But when you look at it this way, whatever. It's a friggin' wishing well thing. I don't know. I don't care. Okay, so when I still had this side of the roof off, I put these boards in here so then you can't see up and under. Got a little bit of a gap here. That's okay. I could put some caulking there or whatever. I gotta get this roof on. One more piece to go. I think it's going on pretty smooth if you ask me. Oh yes I do. Yep. The roof is on both sides, so I'm happy with the way that came together for sure. I'm probably going to call this video now. Like that's going to be the end of it. I think tomorrow, if things might change, tomorrow I'm going to come back and make my cedar shakes. I got so much cedar around, why wouldn't I make my own shakes? Why would I buy them? So they're going to be barn shakes, maybe 1/2 inch thick. And I'll make them so they're sticking up and down and all over the place. Lots of work, fun project. I burnt up here really good. So there's a little spot there, bugs can get in, like bees can get in or whatever, no big deal. Let's see this. I don't know if you guys can see with the glare. But that's going to be it for me today. Something else might be going on, so I'm not too sure if I'm coming back here tomorrow. I can still detail that roof is not sticking out as far as I thought it would. And because I'm kind of glad about that, because you can see this face more. But I could still detail all these leaves, but I don't know if I have time. I still got to carve all the rocks, and I still got to hollow this part out. It's not a big deal, but it takes a lot of work to do that. I don't have my gouger. So anyways, hope you guys are all good, and hopefully you're getting some sun where you live. Carbon Fusion, over and out.